What's going on YouTube? Today we are back with another video. Today we have some Yeezy Zebra 350s. It's going to be the second pair on the channel before we did like a kind of a full restoration. In this video I'm just going to show you guys just how to clean them and clean the soles. I might throw a little icing in there, but I don't know. But it's going to be a pretty simple video just cleaning them. So all around you guys see these are pretty dirty. You can see that all those stains in the mesh and all that good stuff. Soles are dirty and yellowed. Pretty much just gonna make this brand new like we do with every other shoe. Alright guys, so today we're gonna try a different cleaning approach. Usually with all types of like prime knit shoes like this, like Yeezys and the NMDs and all that stuff, what I just go ahead and do is I'll just completely wet the shoes. Completely wet them. And then I'll go ahead and use my soap. And it will lather a lot better and it will clean the shoe a lot better, right? But what I'm going to try is I'm going to do the detergent method off rip. So I'm not going to do like the standard shoe cleaning. I'm going to use the detergent and scrub them and leave them in the sun. And then we're going to clean them off afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by cleaning the soles first. And I have my stiff textured brush with a mixture of Reshoevn-Ator and a little bit of dish detergent in there. We're just going to go ahead and just start scrubbing. Alright, so now that we have the soles all nice and cleaned up, we're going to go ahead. We're going to use some blue extra detergent with OxyClean in it. And it doesn't really matter what brand you use, but it has to be blue detergent. Right, so I'm going to be using my medium texture brush. You just have to wait. I'm going to wet it a bit. Well, I'm going to fully wet it. And then I'm going to grab my detergent. And I'm just going to run this down my medium texture brush. I'm just going to scrub the uppers. We're just going to completely scrub the uppers. Completely. We're not going to rinse this out. Once again, we are not going to rinse this out. We're just going to completely scrub the uppers with this blue detergent. And then we're just going to leave it in the sun afterwards. Alright guys, we are outside with it now. You guys can see we just have them sitting in the sun. The sun is shining really bright. It's like 80 degrees out here today in New York. So we're just gonna leave these out in the sun and let the sun do its work. I'm gonna come back. Alright guys, so the Yeezys have dried. You guys can see, if you remember earlier, a lot of the stains that were there are gone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rinse them out. You can see the soap coming out. Soap is still in there. I use my medium brush. I'm just gonna rinse it all through and then we're gonna let it dry. Alright guys, so at this point I'm going to begin using Q-tips and cotton rounds with acetone pretty much, and this is gonna help us clean up the soles so we get ready to unyellow them. So pretty much I'm just gonna dip it in there, and like you see these grooves all throughout the outsole, I'm just gonna use this and I'm just gonna clean in between them. And you guys can see pretty much it just lightens up that entire area so easily. So I'm gonna do this for the entire outsole and show you guys the difference it really makes. Alright, so as you guys can see, the soles are a lot fresher and cleaner already just by the little detailing we did. It looks nice and clean. Now we're just going to go ahead and start the unyellowing process. So I have my cling wrap set up. My cling wrap set up. And I'm just going to lay it down until we see where we need to stop it at. I'll just stop it like right here. Should be fine. And I already have my sauce set up. We're going to be using some CCK Soul Sauce, pretty much the best thing on the market right now. I'm going to be using a paintbrush. And it's just pretty simple. We're just going to apply it onto those yellow parts, obviously, around the midsoles and the outsoles. And that's pretty much just going to be it.
Sauce around the midsoles and the outsoles, just like this. Pretty simple. And if we continue doing this until we have the entire sole.
Alright, so I've got it applied to the entire sole and midsole, you guys can see. Now I'm just going to go ahead and lay these down. And then we're going to use a cling wrap. I'm just going to lay it over the sole. just like so. And now what we're gonna do is to go ahead and just make sure that this wrap doesn't come off and that air doesn't really go in through it. We're gonna use a heat gun. And this is pretty much just gonna seal it just to make sure the sauce doesn't dry out too fast before we get our proper sessions in. So I've gone ahead and placed the Yeezys into the ice box. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that on. I'm gonna connect our fan and turn that on as well. Just make sure these get iced up really well. Alright guys, so the method turned out to be very useful. We didn't even have to clean them for shoe air. I just did the detergent method and I cleaned them up like really well. We went ahead and iced the soles as you guys saw. Came out pretty nice and clean. Overall, the shoes came out really good. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.